A big part to learning English is improving your listening skills. If you can't understand what someone is saying, you're not going to be able to respond. And if you aren't able to respond, you're not going to be able to have a great English conversation. In today's video, let's talk about how you can use SMART goals to improve your English listening. Stay all the way until the end, and I'll give you an example of how you can use SMART goals to improve your English listening. Are you ready to find out how to use SMART goals? If so, then let's just get right into it. First, we need to talk about what a SMART goal is. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It's a goal-setting technique that's going to help you set clear, focused, and practical goals. Instead of just saying, I want to improve my English listening, with SMART goals, what you're going to do is set how you're going to go about improving your listening, and when you do improve, what that's going to look like. In today's video, let's go through each step of a SMART goal with examples of how you can apply it to your English listening. And that's going to take us right into the first step of a SMART goal, which is it needs to be specific. Specific means something that is clearly identified or defined. You are less likely to get sidetracked or lose interest when you have a specific target. You know what you want to achieve and why that matters to you. For example, I want to improve my listening for a test coming up at the start of the year. The way that you prepare and measure that goal is going to be different from another goal that you might set. I have a student now who's preparing for a listening exam at the start of next year, and this is going to be very different from a student who's getting ready to, say, go abroad next year. So make your goals specific. It's very easy to work towards something that is clearly defined for you. Measurable goals are those that can be tracked and evaluated over time. For example, aiming to improve listening skills isn't exactly measurable. How do you know when your listening has actually improved and what you need to work on to get it to that level that you think it should be at? A better goal would be, I want to listen to a native speaker 3 times a week for the next 3 months. This way, it'll be very easy for you to find out if you are able to practice listening 3 times out of that week and if you're able to make it all the way to the end of 3 months. So how about think about how you want to improve your listening and give me a measurable example down in the comments. I would really like to check out and see what you guys are thinking about. And this is going to lead us directly into the next step. When creating your goal, it's going to be important to strike a balance between ambition and reality. Being realistic means to consider factors such as your current English skill level. You can't go from a beginner to a native level speaker in just a matter of a few months, so really think realistically how you're going to go about achieving your goal. Also, what type of access to resources do you have? Are you actually able to talk to native speakers in your area for 3 days out of a week? Maybe you have listening materials that you can use, or maybe you live in a foreign country where you will have access to being able to listen to a native speaker those 3 days out of the week. What are your time constraints? If you have a challenging job, a family, or maybe you're just a busy student, are you actually going to be able to find the time to fit in 3 days a week of English listening to a native speaker into your schedule? Think about how committed you are to this goal as well. Sometimes what we say that we want to do doesn't actually match up to the level of commitment that we have to get that goal done. It would be best to think about what you're able to accomplish on a short-term vision and also keep focus on that long-term goal. That will enable you to set long-term achievable targets that are going to motivate you instead of overwhelming you. This is one of the most important things when it comes to setting goals. You want to be able to set goals that you can actually reach. Next, set goals that are connected to your values and situation. In our example before of listening to a native speaker 3 times out of the week, what is the actual situation? Do you want to improve your listening for a work environment? Then maybe you'll want to listen to native speakers out in a work environment if that's possible. If it's going to be for everyday English or for travel English, just think about what's really important to you when you set your goal. This will also give you the inspiration for you to reach that goal. If I'm going to be preparing for a test, then how I set my goal is going to change greatly from what I would need to do to get myself ready for a big business proposal. If you come across any challenges, it will help you to continue if you see that the way you are preparing and studying to reach this goal is actually really being effective at achieving that goal. I had a friend a long time ago when I was a student at university who just wanted to study Japanese so that he would be able to listen to Japanese anime and TV and movies, and that's the way that he studied. So really think about why you want to improve your listening and then go about attacking and setting your goal accordingly. A timeline gives you accountability and it's going to help you stay on track. You won't be overwhelmed if you have a set time that you are working with. You can improve your chances for success and enjoyment along the way. If I know that I have 3 months to finish something, it's going to be easy to see a start, and also it's going to be easy for me to see that there is a finish line and somewhere that I'm working towards. Once I reach that time, I can always set a new goal, make my new timeline, and then go from there. Lastly, let's talk about an example of a SMART goal that you can use to improve your English listening. For example, how about I will listen to 1 hour of English content for the next 3 months. It's specific because I aim to listen to 1 hour of English content each day. It's measurable because you can actually check the amount of time spent listening to English content. The goal is achievable if you constantly listen every day. The goal is relevant because listening to an hour of English language content each day is going to be a great way for you to learn English. It's time-bound because once you get to the end of the 3 months, you'll be able to see how far you have progressed. I hope this gives you some ideas about how to use SMART goals to improve your English listening. How about you make your own SMART goal today? And if you think this video can help someone improve their English listening, how about you share it with someone else? And if you're interested in learning any more English with me, how about click on this video that's popping up on the screen right now. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to seeing you in another video. See you.